Hi, and welcome to mathematicsmateeasy.com. Myself, Arun Kumar Singh. I am a graduate from IIT Roorkee. So, we are talking about the algebraic expressions. This is the third video of the concepts on algebraic expressions. So, if you have not gone through the previous two videos, please go through them so that you can better understand this video. In the last two videos, we have talked about what is an algebraic expression, what are the constants or the numbers in an algebraic expressions, what are the variables, or we are also call them as literals in algebraic expressions, what is the definition of algebraic expressions, what are the different types of algebraic expressions like monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial, etc. We also talked about the factors of a term. We also talked about the constant term present in a particular term or present in a polynomial. We also talked about the coefficient of a term. We also talked about whether what are the like terms and what are the unlike terms. So today we will talk about the polynomial. What is a polynomial and what is the degree of a polynomial? So by definition, polynomial says that any algebraic expression is called a polynomial if the variables used in that polynomial has non-negative integer powers. So what does it mean? That suppose there is any algebraic expression which is having variables say x, y, z, a, b, c or p, q, r, whatever, but their powers should be non-negative integers. So what are the possible values? Those possible values are say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity, right? So these are the possible values of a polynomial. So that polynomial cannot have any negative values, or that polynomial can have any partial values either in negative or in positive values. So only the non-negative integer values are allowed. Now we'll talk about the polynomial in one variable and its degree. Then later we'll talk about polynomial in multiple variables and their degree. So the polynomials in one variable and their degree. So suppose there is an algebraic expression in which there is only one variable and it has different powers. So say for example, if I talk about this example where 2x square plus 3x plus 5, this algebraic expression has only one variable, that is x, right? And it has the powers, x has 2 power and this x has 1, right? So if there is any algebraic expression in one variable and it has the powers as non-negative integer, so it doesn't have any negative integer as a power, or it doesn't have any fraction values as a power, so this will be called as a polynomial in one variable. So whatever the maximum value or the highest power of any variable present in a algebraic expression, that will be called as the degree. So in this example you can see that what is the maximum power of x. Here it is 2, here it is 1, so maximum power is x. So degree of this polynomial would be 2. Got it? Let's take another example. So there is an algebraic expression written as z cube plus 4z plus 3, right? So we can see that there is only one variable, that is z. Here it is z cube, here it is z. So there is only one variable present, that is z. And what is the power of z? Here the power of z is 3 and here the power of z is 1. So these are non-negative variables, non-negative values first thing, and these are not the fraction values. It means this is a polynomial. Correct? First thing. Second thing, what is the maximum power of z? Which one is bigger? 3 out of 3 and 1? 3, right? So 3 is the degree of your polynomial. Got it? Let's take another example. Y plus 1 upon y. So 1 upon y, we can write y power minus 1, right? So here the power of y is minus 1. Here the power of y is 1. So clearly this is not a polynomial, because in we have just studied that the polynomial, in a polynomial the power of the variables must be only the integer values and positive. Correct? So minus 1 if there is a -1 present in the algebraic expression, so that is not a polynomial. So this particular algebraic expression is not a polynomial. So if it is not a polynomial, so there is no meaning of talking about degree, right? Now we will talk about the polynomial in 2 or more variables, and we will also talk about the degree of such polynomials. So if there is any algebraic expression where there are 2 or more variables present, say for example x, y, z, a, b, c, p, q, r, whatever, if there are 2 or more than 2 variables present in the algebraic expression and the power of those variables are non-negative integers. Just remember what we are talking about, non-negative integers. So that algebraic expression would be called as a polynomial in multiple degrees. Polynomial in multiple variables. Correct. So I will just say the example. Just before that, if we want to know the degree of any term, so the degree of term would be the sum of the degrees of each variable. Correct. And whatever the maximum degree throughout the polynomial, so that degree would be called as the degree of the polynomial. Let's take an example. Suppose we have a algebraic expression as x plus y plus xy, right? So here there are 2 variables present, right? X and y. So there are 2 variables present, and what are the different powers of those variables? Here the x has power 1, here the x has power y, and here x has power 1 and y is 1. So if you sum up the power, so that would be 2, right? So the degree of x would be 1, degree of y would be 1, but degree of xy would be how much? Sum of their powers, 1 plus 1, that is 2. Correct. So degree of xy is 2. So what is the degree of this polynomial? If the question is asked, so that would be right, the maximum degree of the maximum degree of the term. So what is the maximum degree? 1, 1, 2. So the maximum degree is 2. So the 2 would be the degree of the polynomial, right? Similarly, just take another example. A square b plus ab square plus 3ab plus 6. So first of all, check out what are the variables present. So the variables are a and b, a and b, a and b, right? So what are their powers? Here the power is 2, here is 1, 1, 2, 1 and 1, right? So these are the powers are positive integers, they are not negative, and those are not fractions. It means this is a polynomial, correct? Now if I take out the degree of a square b term, so if we want to find out the degree of any term, so what we'll do, we'll just sum up the powers. So the power of a is 2 plus power of b is 1, so that is 3. So the degree of term a square b is 3. Similarly, degree of term ab square is, degree of a is 1, degree of b is 2, so we'll add 1 plus 2, that is 3. Similarly, degree of 3ab, so power of a is 1, power of b is 1, so the degree of 3ab would be 2, right? Summation of the powers of all variables present in a term. So what is the maximum degree of the variable? 3, 3, 3, 2. So the maximum degree is 3. So the degree of the polynomial would be 3. Thanks for watching this video. You can find out more videos and solutions, concepts about mathematics on mathematicsmadeeasy.com.